Champ of the World. Shout out to TD Sports. TD Sports. Let's go, champ.
Gotcha.
TD Sports Talk in the house. Let's go.
Yeah, buddy.
Yo, you know the deal. You nothing changed. Judah Ben. Yo. Here we go again to open up the show again. Suckers want to copy, so they try to wonder where we been. It's Thomas from the Bronx talking boxing, football and baseball and sometimes wrestling. Plus he all about the dough like Fosse. You might even catch him live, be on IG. You know he still rock with sock, even when the whole block is hot. Chillin' in the cut like a doc. A lot of cowards, they act fake in a spot like they taking a spot, but imitators a pop. Tommy dropping out gems like a treasure chest. Every other week you might catch him with a special guest. Like the champ Keith Cologne, he's a regular. Took pics with Bud, so you better show him love. BBO and D-Free playing safety. They blocking all nonsense. Sonny, change your conscience. Yeah. You already know the deal. Judah Ben. Tell a friend to tell a friend, son. Tommy from the Bronx. BVO, D-Free, Socrates in the spot. East St. Louis.
We are back, baby. We are fucking back. We're back. Plastic. We are back. We are back.
What I gotta do, let y'all niggas know, I am the nicest ever. I quit
Dead in the middle of little did we know that we riddle to middleman who didn't do diddly. Here to be a cold day and how the day I take it now.
Yo, what's good? Hope everybody is doing well on this Friday afternoon, rolling into the evening and rolling into the weekend. Got a few things I want to talk about. I'm going to open the panel, let everybody come up and talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to briefly touch up on something that happened earlier today. Because I was live earlier, but I was doing a co-live or what is it, a multi-stream with my man B3. Shout out to my man B3 Picks, my man B3, Sports Talk Network. Shout out to him. We was doing a co-live because I wanted to do a reaction to the weigh-in after it happened, but my man B3 was on, so I didn't want to go live when he was on. You know what I'm saying? So I asked him if I could go live, if I could go on his panel and we could, dual stream, you know what I'm saying? And he was okay with it. So that's why some of you may have seen me live a little bit earlier today. It was my man B3's live that I was, going on with him because, we were basically going to talk about the fight tomorrow, right? The fights, plural, right? And we're going to talk about the weigh-ins and give our reaction. And things went a little bit kind of left. And I want to apologize to the people that tuned in and saw me kind of wild out a little bit. But I only apologize to you guys. And I apologize, obviously, to my man B3 and to the rest of the Sports Talk Network, to the crew, because that's not I'm not going to say that's not who I am or what, because it is who I am, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't like when people, talk slick and get stupid. You feel me? And that's how I kind of felt. I'm not going to change how I feel because you feel how you feel. You feel me? And yeah, man, it just, listen, I do this for fun, right? I like doing the content. I like talking shit. I like talking about sports in general. And I love boxing. You know what I'm saying? I go to a lot of events. I've been to already, 3 boxing events, I think already. 3 or 4. I was at the, it was like 3. It was at the Sabril Matias main event against Dalton Smith, Shakur Stevenson against T.O. I was seeing Keith Colon and Ofacio a few weeks ago, and then I was at the Alicia Bar. So four events already, and we're already May 15th, right? We're not even halfway through the year, so I've already been to 4 fights. Last year, I believe I went to about 12 fights last year. So this year already hit 4, and I'll be going to Cleveland for the Abdullah Mason fight. I'll be there live. I'll be there, and I may be at the Xander Boots fight. Usually that's an automatic yes for me, but being that I got some things going on with the family, so I'm not too sure. But usually that's an automatic. I'm there. So my point is that I do this because I love boxing. I love sports. I already been to 2 Yankee games this year. No, 3 Yankee games this year, and and I love it. I love talking sports, and it's fun for me, right? But I'm also at events. And I've also, if you see my name in the chats, I use my real government name because, listen, I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to fear from any of these clowns here on YouTube or social media. And that's what a lot of these guys are. They're clowns. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come up here to talk and, they want to make some money. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? They come up here. They feel like, they got some information to give y'all and, give y'all some update. That's beautiful. Some people up here because they love the sports as well. They love boxing. They want to give their takes, and report the news. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Either way, do your thing, right? This, that's what YouTube is there for, TikTok and all these other social media platforms. But what I don't like is when people come and try to, disrespect and try to shoot you down for an opinion or trying to label you as something that you're not. Basically trying to kill your character. There ain't no motherfucker on this app that can kill my character. Nobody. I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I get hit with a lot of slick people being slick and talking shit about me or throwing subliminals about me, and they don't know who the fuck I am. And I'm cursing a little bit more than usual because I'm giving y'all a little bit of who I am. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, as I speak, I just think a lot of the people that do that are corny. And I think a lot of people that come up here and play that tough guy role is corny too. I feel right now that I'm a little bit being corny doing it right now, but it's a reaction to what happened earlier. I went on to my man's live, and I feel like the dude was still upset about something I said yesterday, right? And it carried over in today. And the guy got offended because I was talking about Tank Davis. And it was no knock at Tank Davis. Absolutely none at all. I was just talking about Michael Johnson, right? Because we were talking about Kelvin Davis's resume, because we were talking about Kelvin Davis against my boy Pistol Pete, right? And I was saying how I like Pistol Pete in the fight, right? And I said there's a little bias because he's from the Bronx like me. We've had him on the show. He's talked to us about boxing and his career on our show on this live. You could go back and check it out. It's here on YouTube on my channel. You know what I'm saying? So obviously there's a more connection with the fighter when some of you motherfuckers don't have any connection with any of these fighters, and y'all don't even go to fucking fights, bro. So here I am talking about a fighter, right, that I've actually spoken to numerous times and had on the channel when none of y'all don't even know who the fuck Kelvin Davis is. Oh, by the way, I've spoken to Kelvin Davis in person too a couple of times too. So what I'm trying to say is that you guys get so emotional over these fighters that don't give a fuck about you, and you never even had the opportunity to speak to them. You guys are fucking corny, bro. And I'm not trying to be here to toot my own horn or pat myself on the back and make myself bigger than you guys. But when we're trying to talk boxing and I'm trying to give my analysis or my prediction as to why such and such is going to win, you know what I'm saying? Show some respect and I'll give you the same respect. So basically, I was talking about Pistol Pete, how he's been more active than in recent years. Not like when he fought Conor Benn, he was out of the ring for like 2 years. And then I was saying Kelvin Davis is a good fighter, but I believe he lost his last fight, obviously, right? And then I was at a fight where he was at against Michael Johnson, and I thought Michael Johnson won the fight. That's just my opinion. And a lot of people feel the same way as I do. They thought that Kelvin Davis lost that fight, and he got the victory. I thought Michael Johnson won. And I was trying to say that Kelvin Davis's resume is pretty solid. He's fought some guys. And I was saying that Michael Johnson is known as a guy that's beat people up in the gym. And supposedly from the rumors, there's a lot of rumors is that he gave Tank a run for his money in one of the sparring sessions. So my man got tight. He got upset. Oh, what are you down to hear this? I quickly said to him, I said, yo, were you there? I wasn't there, right? I said, these are based off rumors. I didn't say, I'm not reporting it. I said, this is reported from, the rumors that we hear. That's what the people have been saying. I said, were you there? Were you there? No, obviously he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So then how can you say that I'm telling a lie? You know what I'm saying? So like this translated to today. Today we go on. I'm live on my channel too, right? And this is why I really was upset, because it's going to my audience as well, right? And I'm not going to let nobody try to punk me on my channel. Are you fucking kidding? You could do that on another channel and I'll defend myself, but on my channel, no shot. You feel me? So the guy comes up and he overtalks me. I thought it was my mic, right? Obviously it wasn't my mic, but he came up on the panel right away, totally started talking over everybody, including myself. And I felt the type of way because I was trying to give an update on the weigh-ins. You feel me? So, he's talking. So I logged off. I came back in. When I came in, I let him talk. And then I started talking about Keyshawn being unprofessional. And that he was saying something like, yeah, but he's going to stop on her. Like, it's 0.2 pounds. Like, I don't care what anybody says or whatever. Listen, when you come up and you start talking, I don't care what you're saying. And you say something to the effect like, I don't care what anybody says, or I don't know, that was not the exact words. He says, I think it was something like that. He said, it don't matter what anybody says. I'm not with what anybody says. It's like you immediately being disrespectful. I don't care what you said. When you say I don't care what anybody says, when there's like 5 other people on the panel talking boxing, it's like, who the fuck are you to be saying that? So I felt the type of way with him doing that. And I said, yo, what are you talking? And I'm trying to break it down to him and he's talking over me. So that's basically what it was, a back and forth. He gave me a bullshit ass fake apology as if like saying like he's not the one to test me. Therefore, taunting, right? I guess taunting or testing me, saying like, I never asked him who he was. I never asked him what type of person he was. I was just saying like, don't disrespect. So don't give me an apology and then say don't try to test you. Like, because you basically taunting me. So like that's a fake ass apology, bro. So and I want to clear it up here. I know it was all squashed, but this is my channel now. So I'm gonna say what really happened. When you do shit like that, it don't come off as real, come off as fake. And it's like you trying to punk me. You not punking nobody, bro. And if anybody want to share, telling you not, bro. It's not like I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a fighter, an amateur, whatever. Like he said, like he told me, like, I'm not with that. I'm not trying to spar or anything like that. Nah, bro. When you disrespect, it's not about sparring. I'll really slap the fuck out of you, bro. And when I told him that, I really meant that with everything I love, bro. I'll slap the shit out of you. And that goes for anybody that gets disrespectful, bro. You can't go about disrespecting me and then I'm not going to come and talk my shit. Because if we were face to face, you could be 6 foot, 7 foot, 3. I'm still going to slap the shit out of you. Whatever happens after that happens. That's the type of time I've always been on, right? But at the same time, I've always been solid with everybody here on YouTube. I helped a lot of brothers out on here. You know what I'm saying? I always support people out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm very respectful, very nice. But when you come on that type of time with me, like testing me, nah, you're going to see who the real Tom is for real. You know what I'm saying? Like this is who I am. Like I got a bad attitude problem. That's what people used to tell me back in the day, and I still do. So don't do that, bro. So I want to apologize, you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to go live. I really wanted to talk about these fights. So now we're going to do it now, but I wanted to just address that. I apologize if you guys had to witness us. I deleted it off the channel. And I know some people were like, who the hell was that guy? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't in control. And B3 did the right thing. He took us both off the panel. We calmed up. I came back. I apologized, whatever. But the dude be you know, he's mad disrespectful. And I don't know if that's just his character to like overtalk people or be aggressive like that. I don't like that shit, bro. Don't be aggressive with me when I'm not being aggressive with you. Nah, man. That shit ain't cool, bro. But anyway, man, enough of the bullshit. That's all, you know, water in the bridge. But like dead ass serious, like I'm not one to be played with. Seriously, like we all grown men out here. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna talk to me any type of way, and I'm not gonna fucking respond for real. You know what I'm saying? And then give me a fake ass apology, like okay, take my apology, but like the next time, you know, I'm not that one. Like, fuck you. The fuck are you, V? Like seriously, I'll still slap the fuck out of you. So fuck your apology. It is what it is. If we talk on the panel again, we talk on the panel, and it is what it is. I'll be respectful to the people on, but nah, don't come for me, man. Nah, Don't do that. That goes like, I'm tired of it, man. You guys don't understand like the race baiting that I got to deal with some of these people. Like, I'm not allowed to talk about certain fighters with other channels, like how, and the subliminal comments, like, y'all don't understand the shit I gotta deal with. You know what I'm saying? And still, I just like shrug my shoulders, like, yeah, he a cornball, like whatever, you know. And I never let it out like I am now. But like, seriously, man, I'm about to like say names and shit like that on here. I don't care, because I'm not saying I'm invincible, and I think other people shouldn't feel the same way. Like, we should feel like, you know, we are like, we'll stand on our own 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna fucking pull back and be pussy just because somebody kind of tests you and talk shit about you. So from now on, bro, like, I'm not gonna let this rock for real. Like, you make a subliminal video about me and I feel like you're talking about me, I'm gonna address it. That's it. It is what it is. So with that being said, salute to everybody in the building. I apologize for like going off like that. It's not who I am, you know what I'm saying? But it is, man. Frontline, salute to you, man. DP Rock in the building. Salute. Who else is in here? I've even met G5 Gabe up in the building. Salute. Who else is up in here? As you come through, I'll salute you. I'm gonna drop the link. We're gonna come up, talk about these fights. Shower in the building. Salute. No shower. It happened early in the day. I deleted the live. And I, you know, it's just, it's really nothing, but I needed to address it because it was on my live, on my channel, and there were some people watching, you know what I'm saying? So that's all it is, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but there's a lot of cornballs in this YouTube universe. I'm dead ass serious. A lot of phonies, a lot of fakes, a lot of people saying they'd be your friend and they rock with you. They really don't. I'd rather you just tell me straight up, man. I would respect you more if you tell me you don't rock with me and why. And then, all right, cool. All right, have a nice day. Like, I'm not gonna hate you. I don't care, bro. But like, I'm tired of the fakeness out here, man, and people trying to use me for. Let me shut up. Let me just shut up. Salute. My man Juan is in the building. Just ask Juan in the building, man. Juan plus Juan. We need multiple Juans in here. Salute, Juan. Hope everything is well with you. Hope everything is well with everybody up in here. But let's talk about the fight. Let me drop the link. The weigh-ins. And we're going to make some predictions up in here as well. Very, very shocked to see some people miss weight on the first try, at least, right? Very shocked that there was some not catch weights, but some contracted weights, I guess, were put in too. Very shocked to see that. We could talk about that. You could give me your opinion on it. I'll give you mine. I'll report that Top Rank did emails to everybody, letting everybody know that. What's up, Juan? Top Rank did send emails. I got the email basically letting know what the weights, the official weights. Keyshawn official weight on the second try, 140. Nahir Albright, 139.7. Brian Norman Jr., 147.8. He weighed in on the first try, I believe, 148.2. So he lost 4.4 of a pound. And I believe this is contracted at 148, not 147. So the contracted weight for this fight is 148. So he made weight. Kelvin Davis made weight, 147.3. His opponent, my man Pete Dobson, 147.3. I believe this was also 148, I believe, or 147.5 is a different contracted weight. I'm not sure why, but they're going to have a fight. Jan Santana, the most professional top-ranked fighter on the card, I may add. He weighed in good, 125.6, and his opponent, Christian Cruz Chacon, weighed in 125.9. They fight at featherweight, which is a 126 weight limit. And then the card, on the undercard, that's not on the main card, Keyshawn Davis, 153.3. His opponent, 155.4. And Dedrick Crocklin at 129.8. And Eric Howard, 131.2. So those are the official weights. Some guys missed weight in the first attempt. Let's talk about it. We'll go to Brian Norman Jr. I was very shocked to see him miss weight. Brian Norman Jr. is usually always professional. Not to necessarily say he was unprofessional, but Josh Wagner wasn't having any of it. He was very upset. He looked like he struggled to make weight. He looked a little wobbly on the scales. I don't know if anybody peeped that. Shout out to Shower, or I'm not sure if it was Shower, somebody else pointed out, and I saw the video. He did wobble in there. So we'll talk about that. Salute to the man G5 Gabe in the building. Appreciate you coming up. We're going to start with you, Juan. What was your thoughts from the weigh-ins today?
So I I just watched them because I've been at work all day. I just watched. I was like, wow. I was like, but how do you? That was just still shot like about Keyshawn, but it's just like the whole Brian kind of felt unknown because like you said, he doesn't really miss weight. He's always really in the gym and stuff like that. So either something's going on within the camp where something happened with him and his pops again. Something must have happened. So it's just I'm not really sure what's going on with Brian.
Well, just to let you know, his pops is not really, his pops is not there. He's going to be there, I believe, tomorrow. I believe his pops had a graduation or something to go to, so he's not in the corner. He's with Ronnie Shields now, new trainer, new team. So can't really blame Senior for this one.
No, not even that. But turmoil and stuff like that within training camp weeks and stuff like that too. So you gotta always remember, it's weird things that happen, in training camps, things, and also so. Something must have happened because he really rarely misses weight. Right, and that's never misses weight at all.
Yeah.
Ever, I think.
Yeah. So maybe he started training camp late. I know he was looking to try out new trainers, but not necessarily being in camp. So maybe he started. Maybe it was a late camp, and maybe he needed a couple more weeks. It could be one of those. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Let's see. I'm excited to see him how he works with Ronnie, though. I think that's a really, really good fit. So we'll see how he works with Ronnie.
Okay. Gabe, man, what's good, Gabe? Gabe, you there?
What's poppin', my brother?
What's good, bro?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Good to hear from you, man. How you been?
You can hear me? All right.
Yeah.
Man, shit, bro. Busy. Baseball season, man. You know how they go, dog. But overall, man, I've been at field day with the kids. What's up, Juan? What's up, chat? You know what I'm saying? Hope everybody doing well. Shit, man, like I say, I missed a lot of the weigh-ins, everything, man. I've been at field day with these kids. I've been seeing like the update stuff that came through or whatever. But to be Norman, I agree. Like he hardly really, ever have a problem with it, with his weight. But I look at it like this. Maybe he felt like, with the whole Devin situation, maybe he needs to focus on building up some strength again. So maybe he probably was doing training and started conditioning late. Could have been, so who knows? I don't know. We're not in camp like that, running shields over there. I have been seeing it. I know Earl over there with running shields, so he might be working and getting some good sparring in with Earl and them. Might picked up some different traits from them, and who knows? But fight is here now, so shit. Don't matter how we want to cut it. Shit, they got a contracted weight, so I mean it's here. So I mean, at least he hopped off the scale and did try to go lose the weight or lose something rather than just and not try at all. So I mean, we'll see how it go, man. That's what we really want to see. How are you going to come back after the Devin Haney loss? So, depending on what his mindset is, man, I think he's in a good mind frame. Look pretty good. So I'm like, hey, we'll see how that pan out. But Keyshawn, I say maybe something going on. They're switching trainers, and what I'm saying, I seen them in the gym with Bomac and them again and everything like that. So.
Okay. Yeah, he just jumped. I don't know. He probably got in a bad spot. Yeah, as far as Brian Norman Jr. is concerned, I mean, let's just see it. I think I'm in agreement. I think let's just see how he looks. I think he's going to put on a great performance against this guy, Josh Wagner. I think they picked this guy for a reason. I believe they picked the weight for a reason. So, Ronnie Shields is a very. What's up? The contracted weight was 148, so 1 pound more than 148, 147. So I mean, I believe they did this for a reason. Who knows why? But I believe even another thing I just peeped. I didn't pick up on this before, and only because people tell me things. This guy is about 6 feet tall. They list him as 5'11". He looks a little bit taller than that. He might be 6 foot. I also know that he turned down a fight with another fighter that I know of that Top Rank tried to match him with. Top Rank tried to match him with another fighter, and the Normans declined. So, and he was like 6'2". So, not sure what they're doing. It's looked like they wanted to fight a taller guy. Maybe there's a reason why they want to fight a taller guy, or is that any signs to see if maybe they want to go up or something? I don't know. But I just picked up on that kind of today only because I know he was offered another fight, and the guy's like 6'2", so at welterweight. So very curious to see how he performs tomorrow. I think, like I said, they picked him for a reason. I think he's going to go in there. I believe you're going to see Brian Norman get a stoppage win tomorrow, but we have to see it, right? It's one thing to say it, but let's see what we, how it is. Josh Wagner, I did some research on him only because we were supposed to have an interview with him a few weeks ago and he didn't show. And he got schooled by Harlem Eubanks, right? And he's been stopped one time. He got stopped by this guy. I think he's a Frenchman, and it was to the body. So he got hit with some body shots. So maybe we might see Brian attack the body a little bit more. Who knows? So that's the only information I really know of this guy. He seemed very upset at the weigh-in because Brian didn't make the weight. So and that's self-explanatory, right? Because he looked like he struggled to make the weight, and he did make the weight, wobbling up there at the weigh-in, and so I can understand his frustration with it, but hopefully it translates to a good fight, a crowd pleaser, So and hopefully the card does well. The card was not looking too well. Tickets were not selling, tickets. Hold on, as my bell's ringing. I think there was like 5,000 more tickets to be sold. Maybe they were waiting to see if Keyshawn was going to make weight, right? So now that he made weight and we have a fight, let's see if they got, if they sell more tickets. I will say this. The last fight where Keyshawn didn't make weight and they had to refund all those tickets, they had a better showing and a better, more tickets were sold at the time. And that's because, in my opinion, it was a better undercard. Like you had Abdullah Mason on the card, you had Tiger Johnson on the card, and you also had Troy Isley, who's also from Virginia, on the card. This fight, not many well knows. You got Jan Santana, who I believe is going to be a future world champion, and he's a big, he's going to be he's a title contender right now, undefeated fighter. And go check out the interview we did with him. He wants all the smoke, but not many people know of him, right? Kelvin Davis and Kia, not many people know of him too. Brian Norman is probably the biggest name on the card, not named Keyshawn Davis, I guess you want to put it that way. So that's why. So the other card, I believe, had more stars and more people, more guys that people wanted to watch. So maybe that's why that card did better than this one. But let's see. But from what I've heard, tickets are not selling for this one. So let's see what happens. Gabe, man, since you came off, what do you think about this Keyshawn Davis Nahir Albright fight? Who you got and why?
With this fight, man, this is how I'm looking at it. I think with so much tension, with Albright and in the Davis family, I think Keyshawn really got to keep his emotions in check this fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, they're in there, they get some good exchanges or whatnot, right? And say Albright get the best of the exchange. You got to stay locked in and focused. Like, yeah, that nigga did this to my brother, and it's too much that happened. So I think Keyshawn got to really keep his emotions in check this fight. You know what I'm saying? You can tell they don't like each other. It's that tension there. So with me, don't let that tension and anger and all that overtake your focus from the fight and deter you from the game plan, in my opinion. So I think Keyshawn needs to be focused this fight since it's already core with the family. I think I got Keyshawn winning this fight, man. People couldn't feel how they want. I have certain takes how I feel about Keyshawn with certain things that he done said or whatnot that made me question. But I will be honest and say I have seen that the young man could continuously get better. You know what I'm saying? So with Albright, it'd be a good tough fight, but I got Keyshawn pulling it out. And if Albright not careful, you know what I'm saying? Keyshawn could get a stoppage if he, if he do what he needs to do. I think, he needs not to head hunt so much and actually attack the body more to break him down. So when you do start hitting him in the later rounds, if it's going that far, them body shots will have more pop or more effect on him. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I see this fight. keep your emotions in check, man. Stick to the game plan and get the dub. That's how I look at it.
That's very good perspective. I like the way you said, keep your emotions in check, and I kind of feel the same way. Juan, what do you think about this fight? Who you got and why? Juan, you there? If not, I'll go. I wanted to touch up on Keyshawn's. Oh, he just popped off. But so yeah, keep your emotions in check. I think that's very well said. And also, he doesn't seem like a motivated fighter to me. He's been talking about how, and I get it, and I understand, and Keyshawn's got to understand. I think we all understand, but why not Keyshawn? And that is this: like, nobody missed weight, but you did, right? You're the one that missed weight against De Los Santos. You're the one that messed up, I guess the purse and the finances for the last fight where his brothers were on, because when he did that, they lost a lot of money. And I think with Top Rank seeing that, and Top Rank seeing the potential they have, the potential Keyshawn has, and the ticket sales that he does, right? For them to lose that money in the last fight, I think they put him on the shelf for a bit. He got the fight in the ring card with Jermaine Ortiz, and now they said, you got to go ahead and you got to, get us our money back a little bit, and you got to fight this guy in Virginia, because Keyshawn was also stating like he didn't really want to fight Albright. Like this is not what he wanted. This is, they kind of forced him into this. So I don't like when fighters talk like that, because it just tells me you're not as motivated. And then you got a guy, your opponent, who already been 10 rounds in the ring with you. You shared the ring with this guy 10 rounds, and he was competitive. He may have lost the fight. One judge had it a draw, right? Eventually ruled to a no contest, but one judge saw him winning 5 rounds, right? And this guy's got confidence coming into this fight. He just beat your brother, and he was the underdog in that fight. So it's obvious that, to me, at least from the eyes and from what we know of Keyshawn, he's the better fighter. But sometimes you need your mentals to be right when you go into fights like this. And I'm not sure if Keyshawn's mentals is all the way right. Like, not only did he not make weight, and he had to make weight the second time, he didn't show up to the weigh until like a half an hour late almost. So like he was very unprofessional. Like he wasn't even there. Like they had to, they had to go on the broadcast and say like Keyshawn's not even here yet. So, and they said that he's having trouble making the weight. So that's a terrible look as far as your mentals and your preparation is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still picking Keyshawn to win this fight. I don't think he gets a stoppage. If he gets a stoppage, I'll be very impressed with it, just like I was impressed with him stopping Jermaine. But I still got Keyshawn winning this fight, but I want to see it. Let's see what happens. The motivation, I'm not sure it's quite all the way there. So let's see what happens. Juan, you back?
You hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna go to the door. Go ahead, Juan.
I got him. I don't know. I think he stops him, but I'm not really entirely sure. But I think he does beat him eventually. He just beats him. But yeah, I think he eventually stops him. I don't know what round. I can't really tell you what round. I really can't even explain to you how he'll stop him. But it's a funny feeling. But what you made great points. If he's unmotivated and stuff like that, and even the weight thing too. If it's been time for you to move up, you should have been moved up. You should have made the fight at 147. But because like you said, Top Rank needs to make that money back. I could see them, saying, hey, look, listen, just give us this one more at 40, and hopefully, we can recoup some money from that last, show we try to put you on. So, that's a business of boxing, how it goes. But yeah, I got Keyshawn winning, possibly stoppage too, late.
Yeah, you got stoppage. I mean, I wanted to pick stoppage, but like I said, I don't like his energy. And like Opulent LD says, also T, you see Key's face before he got on the scale situation. Yeah, it's I don't know if he's all the way in 100%. And you're fighting a guy that has a lot of confidence right now. The woo. That's what they call him, the woo. He got a lot of confidence going in. He's not scared of you. He's going to go in there thinking and knowing that he can beat you. That's just his mindset's going to be in that fight. And Keyshawn may have the same mindset, but it's like, did you put 110% in your camp? Did you go all the way in on training, or are you just going into this fight, just based off, what you know and based off what you did, right? That's the only thing that I got a
Then,
question.
then
I
they
think
jumped them. After that,
what's up?
I said, then the whole like the scuffle afterwards, the whole jumping afterwards when his brother lost and shit, like that right there alone too. Like you add extra fuel and give a person like Albright extra ammunition. Like I beat your brother and got on your brother ass so bad that you wanted to hit me with bare knuckles, my boy. See what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
so, like it, the animosity level and the tension level is there. So Keyshawn, like with Albright, he feel like my anger is warranted. I signed up to fight. I beat the man, and y'all want to jump me because I beat the man. You know what I'm saying? So he in there going in with a shitload of confidence. Like I got on your brother ass so bad that you wanted to hit me with your bare knuckles, and I still came up out good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Albright got this extra chip on his shoulder, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
does.
So
And
like
he was
Keyshawn
like,
has to be mindful that he Albright can fight. Like
mhm.
he's not just no pushover. You gonna have to go in there and fight, or else you might run into some shit.
Yeah, I'm
Like we done seen.
interested. I'm interested to see what's gonna happen because, like I said, Keyshawn, like, now I was talking to somebody on a TikTok live like a couple days ago, and I was saying it. I was like, Keyshawn has all the tools to really be a special fighter. It's just the mental side of it sometimes with him, which is again, that's a lot of the sides to what a lot of fighters always have issues with. It's just the mental side of it. So when we talk about, well, you have a 20, I want to say 26-year-old dude with all the money in the world that he could be making right now, and having all the success from young age, at a young age, and then on top of that, what I'm saying, basically is the spearhead of his family right now. Yeah, you throwing all that money. Yeah, mentally that could be draining, but I feel like also, you just beat my brother, and you think I'm gonna let that slide, like my man's just said. So
Yeah,
it's like it's yeah, it's mentally draining. So either he's he's just real quiet right now because he really is wanting to like hurt Albright, but it's just like at the same time too, I'm just interested on to see what's going on because again, like I said earlier, it's either time for you to move up because you look drained. When I looked at the pictures, I was like, whoa, why you look like that? You look drained already. So it's like, all right, man. So maybe it is time for you to actually move up again. So I don't know because even the last fight with Jermaine, I said, yo, he's kind of bigger than Jermaine. Like not in height and nothing like that, but just back wise, his muscles was a little bit more. I was like, he's just bigger than Jermaine. So I was like, he
mm.
might have to be at 47 at this point. So it's just I don't know.
Man,
I
man,
think
hey
he wants
one,
to, and I
yeah.
think. Listen, I'm a big Keyshawn fan. I like Keyshawn, and I'm gonna go back a little bit of what
Mhm.
I said. I think he makes a good point. Who's this? Boss Deck 27, Boss Desk 27. I think he made a good point as far as mental. I think his mental health is great because, and I'll tell you one of the reasons why I know this for sure because I know somebody that's at the fight right now, and he spoke to him yesterday in person. They had a good conversation. So my man KG, my co-host on the Tales from the B side, he's there, and they had a good conversation. And I've spoken with Keyshawn in person before, not on camera, but I've spoken to Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn's mentals is fine. I just think motivation wise, I don't think he's highly motivated as maybe he was in the Jermaine Ortiz fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he says he really wasn't looking for this fight. He didn't want this fight. And he kind of let it out the top rank focus. So maybe not his mental health. I think,
Ah,
I just don't think he wants, he feels, and like most fighters do, he feels like he's at a different level and he should be fighting other guys. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think he might want to go to 147. And listen, I think 147 needs Keyshawn, to be honest with you, because
man,
147 needs some more names. So yeah, so to be fair, that's a very good point by Boss Tex.
man, yes, that is. And
But you
to
gotta
add
also
another
remember,
layer. Go
yeah,
ahead.
you gotta
Go ahead.
also remember too. You gotta also remember if you want, like you just said, like if you want these bigger names, you gotta start making these statements with these other guys too. So the Nair, like, and as much as I really do love this kid, I love Nair Albright's style. I love the way that he fights and everything. But if you need to make a statement like here right now,
Like, yeah, you made a statement with Jermaine, somebody that had really never been stopped in the amateurs, even in the pros, never been stopped, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not even, I don't even think he was dropped as an amateur or a pro. I don't think so. But it just, you have to make a statement here. Because now you have dug yourself in a hole after saying what you just said in one of the press conferences. And then on top of that, the whole situation after the fact. He beat your brother, you missed weight, and then you missed weight again, and then missed weight again. So now you have to make a statement. You have to make the statement win. So I think
Mm-hmm.
eventually, yeah, he gets him out of there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll say this, add on to that. Good point though, one. I look at it like this. That man has multiple fights. This is one fight, but it's like 3 fights in one. For one, you fighting the Albright for yourself. Two, you fighting Albright for your brother. See what I'm saying? That alone is pressure 2 times 2. You'd have been in the ring with him. Hey, you got the W. Now your brother lost to him, so now you going there fighting, trying to avenge a W for your brother and get yourself another W. Also, you don't even know what type of refs you gonna have, or judge is gonna be calling the fight. So you got to be in there on point and be sharp. They say your mental not there, but don't they always say boxing is 90% mental? Well, shit, if your mental ain't always in there, then where they leave you at? What percentage are you at then?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, you got 3 fights that you got to fight, and you got to be a mentally strong individual to be able to handle that and still go out there and perform. And we've seen people that have great talent, all the skills in the world, but mentally they not strong enough to push through and handle all the shit that's on their plate. Not to add on, if after the whole weigh-in shit, you get to fight with Jermaine, but then before that, you had your whole debacle with Bomac and Team Bomac with your training shit. They saying you say you was drinking. They say you wasn't drinking. That's why you missed weight. So you got that whole situation that was brewing as well. You know what I'm saying? Put people in weird situations because they mutual parties. And with Bomac, like Bud and them and Shakur and people like that, because of your dynamic. So it's like, man, he had multiple things going on. So are you highly motivated or fully focused on the job or task at hand? We got questions about it.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to find out. You know what I'm saying? We about to find out. And he could do this, then that'll show some growth and maturity. Because there's some stuff that you're saying that I'm just really not rocking with. You know what I'm saying? Like with that the whole Shakur sentiments, 200 million won't be enough, or if you and Shakur fight, it end in a draw type shit. What type of fight is that? I don't care if that's my brother or not. Yeah, it could be a good fight, but I'm a win. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all this friendly. That shit's soft to me, bro. Like that don't even sound confident. Like I'm not finna just say just because it's my dog.
But you can say that about a lot of fighters, though. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's the time that I grew up in. But a lot of these dudes, and they're all kind of my same age group. A lot of these dudes, they're not competitive. They don't want to be competitive. That's what it is. It's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's real weird conversations that I've had with even a lot of these dudes. Like, because I came up with around Jermaine a lot and stuff like that. And Jermaine's very, very, like, if you know Jermaine's a super competitive person. And same thing with, like, dudes like Myquan Williams and dudes like Louis Feliciano and all these other dudes that come up from my side of the East Coast. And these dudes are competitive. They'll fight each other. They don't really care. You know what I'm saying? So it's just,
right.
I don't know. It's really, really weird because some of these fighters that are coming up today, they're not competitive. They don't want to be competitive with each other.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we're gonna see tomorrow.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like Keyshawn. I don't like the energy between him and Shakur. I mean, if that's the only two, if that's the only guys you want to fight each other, those two guys, then it is what it is. But I mean, we had Randall Bailey on the show, and he told us, like, listen, if you didn't fight me, then we're not friends. I only fight, in this business, you need your friends to fight you to make money. And him and Chop Chop are very good friends, and they fought twice. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So he says you don't want to hear that friendship stuff. So you have fighters that like, listen, if we're friends, then let's make some money together. And
Yeah,
let's kill
Shane
them all.
Man,
Mosley and Dale
Competition.
Hoyer were friends, I think. What
yeah,
are they?
that's what Mike Tyson told people. Mike, if you my friend, you will fight me. We both can
Yeah,
get paid.
yeah,
We
Yeah.
can both feed our families.
yeah.
You
Man,
know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? Even if you feel like Shakur might beat you in that fight, I'm not finna tell him that's gonna end in a draw. Like, oh, fuck that. Because one thing you can't do, you can't talk like you're the best fighter in the world and not have the best fighter in the world energy. There's too many fighters out here that have skills that can be one of the best fighters in
Hold
the
on one
world,
second. Hold on a
but they
second. So hold on. So you must be Ja on a fake account, which is corny, right? You corny for saying this. And if I was around B more, I would have the same energy. So you must not know me. So Ja, if you want to make fake accounts to talk to me, then you corny for that because they don't. This shows that you're not a real dude. So somebody just block this dude and get him out this chat. Corny ass motherfucker. Go ahead, my friend. Go ahead.
nah, bro, you good. You gotta man. It's a time and
He
a
made a
place
fake
for the
account. Ain't
bullshit.
nobody coming on my channel to talk
I
about
I
what
know who you
happened in another
talking about.
channel. That's obviously I know who that is. Like that's him. He's
Yeah,
mad corny,
yeah,
man.
I
Just
know who you
block him.
talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it is what it is. But man, I don't. I'm not. You can't talk that talk. Like people have the issues with Floyd, but he talked that talk and then he backed the shit up. See what I'm saying? Like y'all can talk this. Oh, I'm the best fighter in the world, but then oh, I won't fight my best bud or my bunk buddy and shit because that's my boy, bro. We around the same weight division. You dropped the
mm-hmm.
belt so you wouldn't have to fight this man. Come on, bro. That shit,
Mm-hmm.
nah, bro. Like people don't want to talk about this shit, but when you realize he was
I mean,
coming to your division, he got up out of there. But then y'all say, "Oh well, we the best and
but
we this."
yeah.
I'm the way they
I mean,
talking.
but even then, like,
You
if
don't
you
you don't
look
see
at it,
too many
if you,
people that saying I'm the best fighter in the world, but then buddy, so buddy that you can't even like you don't even speak confident when they bring that shit up. You don't like it
yeah,
don't even sound believable.
even if you
Like
look at it
nah,
though, even if you look at it though, like dudes, I don't know, it's weird though because I fought amateurs and I wanted to fight everybody. Like I wanted to fight everybody that I could that I thought was nice. You know what I'm saying? That I thought that was actually
yeah,
super nice. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Like dudes don't think like even then like it'd be like Shakur. Like Shakur fought. I think Shakur fought T.O. Devin. Not T.O. Not Devin, but I know he fought T.O. I know he fought dudes like Jermaine. I know he
mm-hmm,
fought all these dudes, and I'm like, bro, you friends with all these dudes now, and you guys fought in the amateurs. I could be competitive like that.
bro.
That's competitive. That's like, yo, you
Hey,
want to see who's the best? Fight each
what?
other, brother.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And my thing is like a lot of these cats is they had an amateur pro and lose that shit. Hold on,
Hmm.
hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
you.
Salute, my man. KG is in there.
Yeah, they
KG is
turned pro.
yeah. Hold on. Sorry,
They,
Gabe.
they,
Oh, go ahead, and I'll get
go ahead,
KG.
fam.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
And
No, I was,
some
I
of
was,
these
I
people
was
to fight the
go,
energy
go,
they
Gabe, finish it. Finish with
That
your
shit
thought.
when they turn pro. And for me, it's like okay, you fought in the amateurs for free, pretty much every time. Now you got a chance that every fight that you fought in the amateurs, you can make money off of. It's monetized. Why not? Why would I want to fight when in the sport of boxing? That's how we get paid by fighting.
Yeah, yeah.
And then people done lost in multiple times. The people in the amateurs, you turn pro, and you don't even want to go get that get back. Ain't no way in hell.
Tommy, you remember?
This shit is different, bro. You
Tommy,
got one
you
time to call me out, and
Tommy,
we fight.
you remember LaShawn Rodriguez?
Say it again.
You remember LaShawn Rodriguez? He was a standout amateur.
Nah, it doesn't ring a bell right now.
He fought 165. Him and Cordell Booker. I know you know who Cordell Booker is. That
Yeah,
fought
yeah. I know
Santana.
who that was.
Him, Cordell, and I know Brian Sabalo had this crazy rivalry. And this is probably me at like 15, 16, because they were a little older than me. They're all a little older than me. They had this crazy round. They fought all each within each other. I think they fought all each other like maybe 10 times each within like a round robin of 10 times each. They fought each other, and they fought each other in every single tournament. And they're all like either really close friends or best friends. And I was like, yo, this is craziness, bro. It's like
Oh,
he's like,
LaShawn Rodriguez. I think he fought my man Maelo, and Maelo stopped him.
yeah, yes,
He fought
yes,
Maelo Villarreal. He stopped him, and
yep,
Brook. My boy
yep,
stopped him. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
yep.
I think inactivity killed him. Like he wasn't getting fights, LaShawn.
LaShawn, but LaShawn was a scary dude coming out
Yeah,
of the fight.
he fought Maelo. Maelo stopped him in the 4th round, I think.
Yeah, Mayelo's
Yeah,
nice,
and
though.
he hasn't fought
I was
since.
surprised that people didn't
Yeah, he
really know
hasn't
about
fought since
Mayelo.
2022.
Yeah,
That was his last fight. Was against Maelo. Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised that people didn't know about Mayelo either, though, because Mayelo was super nice in the amateurs. I was like, yo, Mayelo's nice. Y'all crazy.
Yeah, but it just he's not getting signed, and there's some other things happening with Maelo, but I don't want to talk about it on the air, but I'll talk to you behind the scenes. Real quick, let me introduce my guy KG. It was at the weigh-in, at the press conference. He got to speak with the fighters, man. Salute KG, man. What you got?
Man, what's going on for y'all fellas, man? I just chopped in. I said I seen Tommy was live. Nobody else was going live, so I said let me jump in. I just left this little spot. You know what I'm saying? Was having a few drinks with a couple of the media guys, and we was over there just talking about fights and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm about to head to my room, go check into my damn room, and relax for the you know what I'm saying for the evening.
Hey,
Unless, you know what I'm
Jizzle.
saying? Unless one of these Tinder swipes swipe right on me and we meet up. But other than that, I'm chilling, man.
Well, tell them swipe right. They swipe to the right nigga, man. K Jizzle, K_. What's poppin', my brother? What it do, man?
Can you tell us anything about the weigh-in that we may not know that you've seen or heard that maybe we don't know?
Josh Wagner's gonna die tomorrow. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that because I'm a Brian Norman fan, but anytime I see fighters seek out the scale before the cameras are rolling, you know something is up. You know what I'm saying? So Josh Wagner, he was a little off. So when he came out, I was sitting out chilling, and I seen him and a couple of his people come out to go get on the scale. But as he was taking his shoes off, you could see his knees wobbling. And I'm like, bro, I said, Josh look a little off. And then when he finally got his shoes off, he looked down at the scale. And when he stood up, you know how when you stand up too fast, you see the spots? That's the look he had on his face. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I think he drained himself. And then I think his anger for Brian Norman Jr. was more so because, like, motherfucker, I killed myself for this and you miss weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then there was some fishy business going on because there's a potential chance that the scale might have been switched out. Because when Brian Norman initially got on the scale, he was 2 ounces over. Then he gets back on the scale. When he comes back, he's 2 ounces under. And Keyshawn was 1 ounce over, and then he gets on the scale and he's directly on. I was like, he was gone for a time for him only to lose 1 ounce.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So an ounce ain't nothing but damn somebody taking a piss or taking a shit. That's all it really is.
Right.
So, but yeah, but everybody's made weight. You know what I'm saying? We got action. The shit that y'all didn't hear. You know what I'm saying? On you know what I'm saying from what my perspective. Wu, Albright, his corner, his people, they were over there screaming and yelling, and then you had the damn Davis side yelling, and they had a councilman there yelling for them, and Bob Arum is like trying to hear out of the good ear, and it was anarchy. He was trying to hear out the good ear, yeah.
Yo, you bugged out, bro.
Man, come on, man. You know them eardrums have been around for 100 years, bro. Like shit.
Look, and I only say that. Look. I only say that because I said something to Bob about the Lomachenko coming out of retirement, and he didn't hear shit I said. And you know what I'm saying? This caregiver's like, hey, you gotta say it over here on this side. So I had to go say it again in the other ear. And Bob turned around. And I tell everybody this. I said, Bob moves like a 100-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? He moves old as shit. But when you talk boxing, that motherfucker brain is still 20 years old. Because as soon as I said it, he lit up. Because he said, I heard y'all back there talking about Paul Williams. I was like, yeah. He started educating us on Paul Williams. Like I said, so the brain is still there when it comes to boxing. But that motherfucker moved like he ancient as shit. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? I was sitting right behind him doing the weigh-in.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
That's actually what's up.
My boy moved like an ancient mummy. But hey, his brain still work.
Hell yeah, it do.
Hey, you know what's crazy
Shit,
though?
shit.
You know what's
I
crazy? I
know
was
my
feeling.
granny got Alzheimer's,
You
and
know what's
bro,
crazy
she'll
though?
forget
It's
something,
that it's
but
that
she remember money.
it's that Loma's coming out of retirement, and I think Tommy called it a while back when we was having a conversation, and I was like, "Are you bugging out? I don't think he's coming back." So
No,
Tommy,
I
I
didn't.
apologize.
I know who you talk. You're probably talking about Rich. Rich always says they come back. Rich Mancuso. He always says it,
Yeah,
so it's probably him. He always says they coming back. They can't stay retired. It wasn't me.
yeah,
It was yeah.
yeah. I
But
swore he was
I
gonna stay
think I have a
retired. I was like,
prediction on
"Stay
what he's going
retired."
to fight next.
I've Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna come out of the craziness because I know it's gonna be crazy, but I think it's gonna be Tank.
No,
I think it's gonna be. I swear to God, I think it's gonna be Tank.
that's what people want, and we all would like to see it and want it. But I think he's going to sign with Zuffa. He's going to fight a guy that they're going to consider a tough fight. He's going to fight like an Andre Cortez or a Mark Mixayo. Remember, I said it.
Okay.
Maybe he'll fight Tank after that, but or somebody else relevant after that. But I could see him trying to make that his first fight.
Nah, I think because somebody. So I read that he only wants big fights. So if he's only
They all
coming back
say
for
that.
big fights,
Yeah,
I think that's what it was. I think that's the only reason why he's coming out of retirement is because
they all
the
say
contract's
that,
up.
and then he's going
Mark
to fight.
McKay's a tough fight though.
Yeah,
It is a
that's what I'm
mark. It's
saying,
a
and
super tough
they'll
fight.
say
It's a
that he's
super
a
tough
tough
fight.
fight. And Cortez is undefeated. You know, he was a highly decorated prospect. He's still undefeated. They'll say that that's a good fight. So
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I definitely feel that it's gonna be one of the bigger names, but we'll see.
I mean, he definitely can get one. Like his name still hold weight. Now, is he still the biggest draw? I mean, a draw like he might have once was. Nah, but his name still hold weight,
yeah,
and you can get a young upcoming star or somebody that they feel they trying to push that fight with Loma. And you know what I'm saying? That could be like a tune up for him. Say he get through dub, and then you jump into something right away off a layoff. He not going in there with Tank, man. If anybody thinking that
I
shit,
mean, but
hell nah.
I wouldn't see why not. I mean, both of them been on the layoff. If you think about it,
yeah, they both. Well, Tank has been out
Yeah,
a year, and Loma's been out 2 years.
yeah, but Loma is past is over 35. You
True.
see what I'm saying?
true,
Like
true, true.
that's the difference. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Tank not. He might have been in there, but Tank he's still in his prime. Loma
yeah,
not.
but it's not like I don't think Loma's one of those dudes that get fat and out of shape, all that sloppy work. I don't think he does that. I think he stays in the gym because I know that he was. There was word him staying in the gym with Usyk and all that, so I'm not really entirely sure.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, by the time undefeated, you know what I'm
That's a
saying? We done
fact. Hey,
seen
that's a
people,
fact. I am never gonna bring you down.
that look, oh man, he had a good training camp. Soon as he get in there, get hit them first two punches, shit, he get old. We're seeing people they started off the fight and then they got old during the fight. You like, damn, did he just get old right before our eyes? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he ain't been getting punched on like that.
Look,
You know what I'm
one of the
saying? He ain't had
guys,
no extensive training camp either.
look, one of the guys that asked Bob
All
about
right.
Lomachenko coming out of retirement, and Bob told him, he said, I don't know. Bob is like the way it sounded, like he alluded to it's a financial situation. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And he was like Lomachenko's coming back. He said, I don't know what his financial situation is and what his country and everything. And he kept putting emphasis on the whole money side of things. So Loma might be needing some money. You know what I'm saying?
What do you like? What do you think about
Mhm.
this comment by
I
Queen?
mean,
He's coming out of retirement because the coast is clear now at 135. Wow. What do you think
That
about
ain't
that?
got nothing to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the way Bob
Mhm.
like he kept leaning on the fact he was like, yeah, I think it's money. I think you know what I'm saying he's hurting for money right now. Yep. So who
I mean,
knows?
it could
And the
be.
coast
We
ain't and
never we
the
don't know.
coast ain't really clear at 35.
No,
That
hell
shit
no. You still got
that
you
shit
got
ain't
they
really
got
clear.
Abdul in them right there. You
Hmm.
gotta have to do something. Like, yeah. Like hell, shit. You come right saying anywhere 135 to 140 range. You know how many people gonna chop off at the bit to get that fight with you, Loma? Shit. They gonna take the fight, bro. They gonna like, yeah, put me in the mix. So
I
for
don't.
me, I'm
I
like,
don't.
let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Hey, Boss Des 27 says Bud is old. He's favored to beat everybody. Loma old, and fans say he's washed. I don't think we're saying that he's washed. And I don't think Loma's washed. It's just that, do we want to see him get in there and fight a top guy right away after being out of the ring for 2 years? So like Loma, that's why I'm saying I think the play is go to Zuffa, fight Cortez, who's a really good fighter. Cortez is no bum. Cortez is good. Or fight him Mexeal. Let's see what you can do against one of those two guys, right? And then, maybe fight, I mean, he's not fighting Abdullah Mason. There's no way, right? He's, but then maybe fight a young, hungry lion after that. So I don't think Loma's washed. I mean, Loma's back.
Right.
I think Loma still got some. Listen, his last win was a knockout versus a Cambosis. So you're only as good as your last win, and that was a great win. So.
And then the time off might have been good for the shoulder.
Yeah, it's different though.
For the injuries, the old injuries that he had. So that time helped him. So it might be a good bounce back. So you never know.
Heal up. Yeah, real talk. Now the difference to Boss, the difference between Bud and Loma. Yeah, Bud is up in age, but Bud hasn't shown any signs of slowing down or physical wear and tear that he is on the decline. And that's the difference. And Bud ain't been on a layoff like that. You know what I'm saying? And he not injured. Not that if it is, it's nothing that we see or that get put into the public eye. If he does have any injuries or sustained any, so like that's the difference. Yeah. And newsflash, Loma, is he older? A year older than Bud, or about the same age? So like that's the difference, bro. Like. We talking about two different fighters. One generational, one is generational at 30, 26 at 30 type of shit, but 35, no. Nah, my guy. That's the difference.
Man, D Free is in here, man. What's good, D Free? What you got on this?
Y'all talking about Loma coming back?
Everybody
you hear me, Tom?
Quiet, huh? Everybody got quiet. Yeah, that's what we was talking about, D Free. We was talking about him.
I was moving around. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looked like he wanted to get out of the top ranked contract, and so the best way he had to get out of it is by saying he's retiring, and then he said he's coming back. I mean, I don't know how true it is he's coming back. We heard the reports, but we still don't have any solid evidence that he's actually coming back. There's no fight made for him or anything like that. And we don't even know who he's coming back under, because if he's not with Top Rank, who's he signed to? Who's trying to put on a fight for him? So I don't know how true it is that he is coming back. But if he does, it looked like he wanted to get out of the Top Rank deal. That's the reason why he did it the way he did it. He said he was retiring, and then he supposedly came back a day after the contract ended. So, what weight class is he going to fight at? Is he going to fight at 35? Is he going to fight at 30? I know he's not going up to 40. So is he going to come back at 35 or 30? And who is he going to face if he is coming back? So
that's the thing. Like, I mean, he asked for the big fights. That's what was reported. I just don't think he's going to go after the big fights right away. And I could see him going and getting the Zuffa money, right? That's the way to go. They got money that they're giving away right now, and they got guys at 135 that are pretty good, And that's why I brought up Mark McSay out. He's at 135, and Andres Cortez. So I mean, that's the more liable options, I would think, I don't think he's going to get a Shakur. I don't think he's going to get a Tank right away, but we'll see. But that's just my prediction. That's what I believe he'll do.
Hey, front line. I'm fucking hiding in his damn lady closet. Her husband just came home, and I left my pistol in the car.
Damn. Too bad you ain't in Texas, my boy. Damn, too
He's
bad
in
you
the
ain't in
car. I can
Texas.
look out the window. I can look out the window right now. The window too
All
small
right,
for me to go out, but I can
it's
see my car,
it's right
and I
here.
know the pistol. I know the pistol right there under the seat. I know it's right there, but I'm in the closet right
Hmm.
now, waiting for her to get her husband up out this house so I can go get
Man,
back to getting into these cheeks.
and
You know what I'm
and
saying?
it's like
So if I
it's
sound like
like
I'm
that. What's the
whispering, I'm
name
not on
episode?
timeout. I'm trying to be quiet.
Yeah. Uh, hey, he had his hand in somebody's cookie jar, man, and shit. He trying to get up out the cookie store, my boy. Shit, that's what he trying to do. He trying to get up out that bit. He good.
Yeah. I'm not until they make a fight with Loma. It's just a rumor to
Hmm.
me. So if he comes back, he comes back. I don't think he's too
Hmm.
old to come back. I think he's 37 years old now. He's
Hmm.
37, so he's not too old to come back. He hasn't really taken any beatings. He have taken some injuries, but he hasn't taken any real beatings in the ring. I mean, I think that the one fight that we could think of that might have gave him his hardest fight was the Devin Haney fight. That was a fight that was fought in the pocket and it was a lot of body shots. Um, but other than that, he hasn't really taken any beatings in the ring. He has a couple of injuries, but guys get injured all the time. So
Hmm.
I want to. I mean, if he comes back, I want to see who he faces. I don't think I would be that interested to see him fight a Mark Maseo. I don't think Mark Maseo is that good. Um, I would say, to be honest with you, I don't even know who he would come back and fight. Because if he did that just to get out of the top rank deal, I don't think he'd get any of those top rank fighters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so that's a good point because I don't think he wait if it sounds like he waited out the contract to come back, then he's definitely not going to get no fights with any top rank guys. But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like the options is
Hmm.
not as the options to me are limited. And as far as if you want money and you're looking for a big payday, yeah,
Hmm.
it's not going to be the fight we want, like D3 was saying, and Mark Maxeyow, but it's a fight that he can take and make some bread off of it and maybe build to a future fight. But it's a fight he could lose. I don't see him lose it to Maxeyow, but you never know, right? And that could mess up any
Now,
plans that he had.
the
So.
question is Dana White interested in signing a guy like Loma? Being though he's 37 years old, he don't have that many fights left in him. Is Dana White interested in signing a guy like Loma?
He said he wants to sign everybody. That's
Yeah,
what he
yeah.
said.
Zupa ain't worried about the long term, as long as they can get you while they can get
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And if they
Because
get
he
you, they
looking at
got
it
you. You
like
know what I'm
this.
saying?
Like, look, I can say that I had Loma Chico signed to my brand. You know what I'm saying? I can say I had such and such Devin Haney signed to my brand. You know what I'm saying? Fighting for my brand. So look at it in that way. If people would go off a name sake, likeness and shit, people know who Loma is. Damn, Loma signed over there. Shit, all right, let me go check them out. For people to say, hey, let me go give them a check out or have a conversation with them. Hell, that's all you need. That's free promotion. The bigger names that go over there gonna have more people inclined to try to even see what they even talking about. It's just
I mean, yeah, we'll see. I mean,
mm.
like I said,
Now,
right now, to me, it's just
who
a
knows?
rumor until I see them make a fight.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
just a
that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like when we hear some rumblings, like Earl and Tim Zoo they was talking about. Okay, then we start to hear about venues. Then we start to hear about possible dates, and then they set a date. You know what I'm saying? So until we see that type of movement, then it's just hearsay and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm about to win some money, boy. I'm about to win some money.
Well, who you bet?
I got Pete Dotson. I got Keyshawn for the distance. And I got Keon. Those
Okay.
are the
Mm,
three fights I got on my. I think Pete Dotson gonna upset Kelvin. I think Pete Dotson, in my opinion, he's a bigger version of Naive Albright. I think they fight similar. They they durable guys. Couple of they both got they had some fights that I think wasn't in their favor, but they still took the fight anyway. But I think Kelvin. I never been high on Kelvin. I seen how he
Mm-mm.
fight, and he never showed me that he was a top tier fighter. He looks like a guy that will always be um not good enough. He got the look of a decent fighter, but he doesn't have the skills. Like when you look at him in the ring, you would think that he will fight from a distance more often, and he
Mm-hmm.
keep the range, but he always give up his height and he always give up the inside, and he ends up fighting in the pocket and up close. So I don't think he's got it. I don't think he's going to beat Pete Dobson. I think Pete Dobson might win by a split decision. Um, we'll see. Maybe moving up to 147 is better for him because he fought at 40 for a long time. Well, for majority of his career, I think this is his first fight at 47. So maybe 47 is a better weight for him. But this is the card of the fat boys. I mean, everybody in that damn card except for Naive Albright came in overweight.
I like, look at Shaw and say, y'all got to
Nah,
stop disrespecting Kelvin.
it was just Keyshawn and Brian. But Kelvin, man, I'm I, I ain't like this energy for the last, 3 days I've been here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And the way Pete them is making it known, like when I was talking to him, he gonna not fight him like them, like Wu did. He's gonna play his chess because he knows he struggles keeping
Mm-hmm.
people off of him once they get to the inside. So I think, you know what I'm saying, he came in looking like Conor Ben for on purpose. He gonna
Yeah.
he gonna come play his chess. Yeah, I think he's gonna, you know what I'm saying, make um Calvin have to actually box, and he's gonna have to be
Man.
intentional with the punches that he throws. And if he don't land them, I think Pistol Pete gonna be right there in his chest the whole time, and it might not make it to a split.
Mm.
Pete coming in, you know
Right.
what I'm saying, to clean him up, man. So I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've talked real closely with the damn Davis brothers, you know what I'm saying, like yesterday and everything, but Calvin is the only one that like this stands out to me that I don't feel comfortable with. And I know Keon has yet to be in with like a real test yet, but he, you know what I'm saying, he's taking care of the work that's in front of him like he's supposed to. But Calvin, on the other hand, I don't know. I don't know if he gets complacent or what, but it's just I don't know. I don't know. It
Mm-hmm.
don't feel right.
Yeah. With him, I kind of with Free, and I agree with what you're saying too. Like you see his height, his range, you would think like, man, he finna box his ears off. He can show you like I got boxing ability. But then I see him in the ring, and I'm like, he struggled with people that can box too. So it's like if a person can throw and land solid punches, man, he on the inside too much. Which what he does, like the Free say, he give away his height and range. So you basically fighting a phone booth, the mid range fight, and you got the range to hit the man from distance. But you take that shit away, and they beat him up on the inside because his arms are so long. So now you man, they going right up under your shit. Now you making a fight way tougher than it gotta be because lead off with your jab. Make him work to have to get on the inside. You have the range.
And
So
that's
it's
another
like,
thing with Calvin too. He fades in the second half of the fights too.
mm-hmm.
He fades,
Yeah.
and
But
I
Pistol Pete told me, he said, bro, he said, look, I don't know if y'all heard of, but Pistol Pete told him, he said, nigga, he said, you don't even need to be in the ring with me. You need to be playing basketball.
Yeah, he did. I saw that.
Damn. Oh man, see.
No,
Oh yeah, I gotta go catch that shit, dog. Oh, Pistol Pete was talking that shit. I like that.
Pete talks shit, man. What's going to be interesting for me, like I'm picking Pete because that's my guy, but it's tomorrow because I have a feeling that Hitchens is going to be there tomorrow. Because Hitchens, already been talking shit, about Keyshawn and stuff, and he's really good friends with Pete Dobson. So I have a feeling that Hitchens is going to be there tomorrow. So some extra stuff may happen, outside of the ring, maybe after that main event tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's another thing that I'm worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Keyshawn came in overweight once again, um, I don't know if his head is in this fight like he say it is. Like he say he focused and he don't have any excuses this time around. But I don't know. I mean, a focused guy doesn't come in overweight, even though it was point two, and then it ended up being point one, and I think he ultimately made the weight. A focused guy don't come in overweight.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Keyshawn wins against Albright. I mean, that was a tough fight the first time around. And people say, oh, Keyshawn got better. I don't look at it like that. I look at it, if you go look at the fights that Keyshawn had since he fought Albright, he fought two guys that hadn't fought at the weight class, and one guy was way past his prime. And then he fought another guy that doesn't really let his hands go. So I don't know how much you can say he really got better. I think he fought guys that make him look a lot better than what he really got. So I don't know if he's going to separate himself in this fight. And I think Albright is coming in this fight very confident. He's been in the ring with Keyshawn, went 12 rounds with him, took his best shot, and Keyshawn got a majority decision. So one of those guys believed that it was a draw, and then he fought his brother, beat his brother. Now, and he arguably won that fight against Frank Martin. Albright's coming in there very confident. I think he might be under Keyshawn's skin a little bit, and Keyshawn might go in there off of emotions and might get caught with something early. Might get caught with something early in that fight.
Man, hey, it's funny. You sound like some of the sentiments I was saying earlier. You weren't even here yet, but that's what I was saying. I'm like, bro, he fighting 3 fights.
Did y'all see the bath water,
Look,
the bath that he took? Hold on. Did y'all see the bath that he took?
I didn't get none of that, fellas.
What?
The what?
I'm saying I didn't get none of that, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Based off what y'all saying, the emotion and all that. I maybe because I'm standing next to these people. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like right next to him and I'm talking to him like me and Keyshawn. I think me and Keyshawn chopped it up about a good 30 minutes last night. It was just me and him. And like no, you know what I'm saying, indication, none of that. You know what I'm saying? And that was just a clip of it. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I didn't get none of that feeling. Like everything I was saying, he was shooting it. You know what I'm saying? He was pretty much shooting it down. Like, nah, bro. He said, man, he said, and like we was, you know what I'm saying, playing with his son, like, cause you can hear the kid in the background or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Other than that, man, he was just chopping it up, and he was just telling me what it was, and I was just asking him because the original question that started it, I said at one point they was looking at you as being the future. I said, but when do you actually show people that you're the businessman and be the actual standard? And then he was like, and then that's when he started telling me about how Bob Arum looked at him as being great, Wilder looked at him as being great, and then the conversation went into that point. And based off of everything, Wu never even came up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, and I alluded to bringing up Wu, but like there was no emotion there. Like he just kept it square. You know what I'm saying? So it was like and he ain't that, and he's not that media trained not to be able to damn talk about, especially if anybody's heard me ask people questions. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't even like that. So it was just cool, calm demeanor. They went in the back. He took his pictures and everything, and they just like the security was more so pressed to keep Wu and Keyshawn away from each other. So like every damn thing that y'all see the shit brewing on stage, best believe security and production, they made sure the shit brewed like, oh, well, don't do this. So they made it like eggshells. So for y'all seeing, I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, these niggas is chilling. Everybody's chilling. You know what I'm saying? The families is what made it, you know what I'm saying, made it loud. But other than that, securities is in the way production was moving, they was being scary. Oh, don't do this. And I'm listening to them. And I'm like, y'all are building this, and I'm watching it build on camera. You know what I'm saying? So everything y'all saying, I'm like, I feel it, but trust me, it's not at that level. Cause I even asked Wu a question, and he was like, "Nah, man." He said, you know what it is, man. He said, we just gonna go ahead and get to it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, ain't nobody really. It's all narrative driven based off how the media is trying to you know what I'm saying, put it out to everybody, and then everybody gonna do their thing. So they was even saying, why did Keyshawn put that tub pitch out? You know what I'm saying? He put it out because he put it out. And then I was talking to Boxing and Barbecue, and he was even saying, he said, bro, I put it out, and that shit damn near did 100,000 views on X. He said, because people start speculating things. He said, and then sure enough, today you come in 0.2 pounds over. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I think his body is telling him, because he was originally going up. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody paying attention. Me and Thomas talked about this. He was saying, he was like, bro, my next fight is gonna be at 47, and everybody he was calling out at that time was at 47. You know what I'm saying? So when none of that shit came to them, you know what I'm saying, into fruition, he you know what I'm saying, the Wu fight came up, and when that shit came up, now I got to change my trajectory and try to get back on course for 40. So I don't think he's not focused. It's like I said, I didn't get none of that feeling, because like I'm sitting there looking him in his eyes as I'm talking to him, and I'm just like, I'm not feeling that. I'm not getting that feeling. I was looking for that. That's what I was looking for from a lot of these fighters. Like Josh Wagner, I talked to him. He talked a whole nother way yesterday, and I talked to him today, and I'm sure he gonna get his head knocked off. You know what I'm saying? Like if you had talked to him yesterday, man, you would have said, man, Josh Wagner might get B. Norman Jr. some problems. I'm just like his handshake was strong, and I was like, well, this nigga is here. But the day I talked to him, I said, yeah, he don't seem too sure of himself today. His weight off, he drained. Oh yeah, so it's just, don't get caught up in what y'all seeing, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here looking at this shit, and I'm able to be closer than I've ever been. So I'm just like, yeah, I see what they're trying to do.
I mean, I picked Keyshawn to win the fight. I'm just saying, if this fight don't go the way people thought it was going to go, or Keyshawn is in a tougher fight than most people thought it should be, I wouldn't be surprised. Even if Albright happens to win this fight, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I think Albright, I think he's confident. I don't want to say Keyshawn is overlooking him, but Keyshawn is looking at Albright like he shouldn't be in the ring with him. And a lot of times that you can overlook your opponent and think that you know what your opponent is going to do, and he comes out there with a whole different type of game plan that you were expecting. And so I don't know. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Keyshawn get upset, but I expect Keyshawn to win the fight. Now the fight that I don't expect Kelvin to win. I don't expect him to win.
That's the one. Like when every time when they say Kelvin's name, and you just said it, and if you can see my face, I make the same face every time Kelvin's names come up, and I'm like, shit. I want to be DB3 all the way, but it looked like it's just DB2 because you know what I'm saying. I'm like, oh man.
I mean, the only thing that can help him if the fight is close, you feel like, I feel like he'll get the decision. But did you see the bathwater picture?
Yeah, somebody said it was supposed to be a detox bath.
It looked like this, right? It looked like, was that it?
No, it was a bath.
No, I told you it was ginger outside of vinegar. You thought I was joking when I said that. No, I was.
No, but you have to see the comments. People were saying like it was like chicken soup. It would look like stew. It was like somebody said it looked like.
I mean, when I saw the picture of the bathtub, I'm like, okay, that's a detox bath. That boy must have been dirty because that water was brown. I'm like, that boy must have been dirty. That must have been straight after he got out the gym.
It looked nasty, bro. It did look nasty, but they said it was covered in feces. It was nasty, man. But yeah, I know it was like a detox.
Somebody said, I saw somebody in the comments said Keyshawn was detoxing in gravy. Man,
Listen, the Kelvin Davis and Pete, like, you know, one of the reasons, you know, Pete's finally been active. So like, I feel like, you know, and he's been at this weight more than obviously Kelvin has. So, you know, it would favor him. The odds say different, you know, but I do know that, you know, Pete is the B side. And when you're the B side, you still got to go up against some, you know, it's like in baseball, like when the umpires are making bad calls against you, it's like you're playing against two teams. And I feel like Pete is going to be against that. So any close fight, the decision is probably going to go Kelvin's way.
I keep hearing that these tickets are not moving the way they expect them to move.
Yeah,
because I think because
hey Thomas, I'm about to cut out, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
All right, tell the girl I said what's up, right?
No, I won't. Just
all right.
all right.
All right, later.